Thanks for tuning into the BoshNRoll channel. Liking and subscribing the channel is free and easy, and it helps me out a lot. If you want to go a little farther with your support, I have Patreon and YouTube membership available, which includes access to the BoshNRoll Discord server, early access to things I'm working on, sideboard plans, cards I'm buying. You could have me play your deck on the channel, and the highest tiers come with individual coaching sessions. If you use the YouTube membership option, you get sweet, unique YouTube badges and emotes for the channel. If you want to play what I'm playing, you can use the code BoshNRoll to support my channel while you shop for cards at tcgplayer.com. And if you're playing on Magic Online, a cardhoarder.com loan account can let you play any deck anytime. If you want to wear your support, there is BoshNRoll merch available. All of these links are in the video description below. Thank you so much for watching. Now let's go play some Magic. Welcome back to another BoshNRoll video. Today, I am playing Modern at the request of Patreon subscriber JB. I am playing JB's deck, Cocoa Pups. This is a collected company deck featuring werewolves. We got hits such as Mayor of Avabruck, the original Innistrad banger, D&D, Bomb Rare, green for a 3/3. When you attack with total power 6 or more, you draw a card, and until end of turn, you can make this a 5/3 for 4 mana. Kessig Naturalist gets mana when it attacks, and it's a lord on the backside. This makes your creatures bigger, gives them haste and trample. Werewolf is a lord that makes your werewolves not flip back. And Tovolar, Dire Overlord. This is all your werewolves are Ophidians. Pretty sick. And it gives trample on the back end. All of these cards can be hit by Collected Company. And this is also an Aether Vial deck. And we got Cavern of Souls. So we got basically the humans shell, but instead of humans, we have wolves. As far as competitiveness of this deck, I imagine that it is not going to hang with, the tier 1 of Modern. And I think we all know that going in. I'm certainly not proposing this as the solution to the Modern metagame. It's simply a cool thing we can do. It has a funny name, Cocoa Pups, and we're going to have some fun. I spent a lot of time trying to tune the sideboard. I spent a lot of time on Scryfall looking for things that could answer common threats in the format, like Omnath, Murktide Regent, etc. I found Torpor Orb for the ETB value decks, like the Solitudes, the Griefs, the Omnaths, that sort of thing. Fury hopefully can help control creature decks. I have Ancient Grudge and Blood Moon for the Saga decks. Blood Moon also doubles against the 4-color Omnath decks and Tron and all of those things. Then we got Run Afoul for Murktide Regent. That's a 2 of. Just got to hope it lines up right. And we're just going to be throwing werewolves into play and seeing if we can go wide and create some value with our wolf pack. That's what I got. I don't really have strong predictions about how this is going to go because I've never quite played anything like it, and I hope we get some wins. I hope Coco shows up. I hope we go off with Mayor of Avabruck at least once. This is one of my favorite cards. I have definitely played this back when it was standard legal, and the look in your blue control opponent's eyes when you play a turn 2 Mayor of Avabruck on the play, they know the game is over. This card is absolutely sick. Let's hope we get to do it. And let's just jump into this. I'm on the play in round 1, and I have Aether Vial. Let's get in. This is what we're looking for, right? I hope to confuse the hell out of my opponent when I go basic forest Aether Vial here. That's going to be a delight. Here's my Vial, and pass the turn. This actually somehow curves into Werewolf Pack Leader, paying 3 mana and getting to attack, or paying 4 mana and getting to attack on turn 3. Okay, that's probably better. Yeah, I'll just cast this idiot. I don't know why I thought I would be waiting and vialing this in. Well, we're playing against what appears to be Belcher, which I can't imagine is a winnable matchup. Well, they're giving me another turn. Put in my Ignoble Hierarch. Oh, I got spiked. Okay. Joke's on you, that card wasn't good anyway. Oh, it was going to be good. Coco, FT dubs. Alright, what does this do? This is the Ophidian, right? Yeah, sick. Okay, let's shock in Stomping Ground. Play my Ophidian. And it's now daytime. This actually looks pretty sick if we weren't just dead next turn. Oh, geez. Drew a 2-drop I can violin. Well, one of us is dead next turn. Let's find out who it is. Uh-oh, they shocked in their thing. It's looking like it's probably me. Oh, they're setting up their deck to win next turn. Okay. Can I inflict 14 damage right now? I can vial this in, and then I get to Coco into maybe some wards. I'm attacking for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can make it 10 on board. That's not enough. I'm gonna have to Coco into some bangers. It's a shame they had a spell. If they passed the turn and it flipped from day to night, they would actually be dead. Guess we can look at their deck while we're waiting for them to stack it. They got Blood Moons, Iron Crag Feats, Manamorphoses, Strike It Rich, Belcher, and a bunch of lands. How does this deck win in one turn? So 1, 2, 3 Belchers in the deck. Do they play more than that? Oh, right, I get to Clash. Do I want this card? It's a legend, so I actually want it on the bottom. Oh, and they just clashed. What did they reveal? Oh god. Turn Timber Symbiosis. Okay. Put that on the bottom. I don't know if the deck only plays 3 Belchers or if they have one in their hand, but it's bad news either way. So if I can put them to 2, that might be good enough. Oh, sick. This thing just makes it nighttime. I didn't even read the words on that card. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more wolves or werewolves, it becomes night. Sick. This doesn't actually transform. Okay, so they're dead. Did we do it? 3, 8, 12, 13, 14. Fuck yeah, we did it. Just need the land. We just raced Belcher with werewolves. Howl, howl, howl. Or howl yeah, alternatively. They even get to cast Ragavan, second main. Howl yeah! We've defeated Goblin Charbelcher. I don't think I actually have a functional sideboard here. These Kasali Pride Mage werewolves, I don't think they'll ever get a chance to pick off a naked Belcher. Like, this deck I don't think is gonna pass the turn, but it might be better than like nothing. Endurance doesn't shuffle their deck, regrettably. It just puts the deck on the bottom of the deck, or the graveyard on the bottom of the deck. Blood Moon. Can they cast Retrace with Blood Moon in play? Or recross the paths? I don't know if they can. Maybe this is the secret sauce. Vial might be a little slow, though it was really good that game. It got me the last werewolf I needed to get on board. Maybe Coco is slow. Definitely on the draw. This is a turn 4 deck. Okay, here we go. I'm in. Ragavan can mess up their recross pile also. That's a possibility. Alright, whatever. Here we go. I'm going to keep my hand. It basically doesn't get better. It's not like I have tons of sick options here. I think I'm going to fetch Basic Forest and play Aether Vial on turn 1. And then I'm going to pack leader on turn 2, Blood Moon on 3, and hope I'm not dead. If I can get the moon down before they can recross the paths, that's a play. If they've already recrossed and on the draw, it's pretty likely that they'll be able to do that. They kept 5 cards. Another pack leader. That's pretty cool. Basic Forest, Vial. Let's go. Race is on. They struck it rich. Okay, that beats Blood Moon. I'm going to fetch another basic. I could play the Cavern, but I don't think they're going to counter any spells. And if Blood Moon's coming, I'd like green mana. I could also just die this turn. Get Iron Crag feated. Desperate Ritual. Okay. It's not looking good, team. Another one. Iron Crag feat. Last card in hand's probably Belcher, because that's how this works. Oh, yeah. Okay, show me your sideboard. Just taking a look at the sideboard. I've just been sent to negative 35 life. 1, 2. All right, maybe there are only 3 Belchers in the deck. I see 2 here, and then there's 1 in play. Oh, no, there's another one down here. There are 4. Good to know. Recross is still here. Endurance is in the deck now, so they do have like a blocker kind of thing if this game gets scrappy. Act of the Titan, interesting. They can make creatures here and there. Got it. What I've learned from that is absolutely nothing, and it doesn't matter. Ancient Grudge could nab a treasure token if they strike it rich, hoping to use that mana, but I think that's too cute. I'm just going back in. Blood Moon's on the play is better than Blood Moon on the draw. This whole deck on the play is better than this whole deck on the draw. That's just how this works. Keep. This one doesn't have Vial in it, but it does have Ragavan. Totally different type of animal. A monkey instead of a wolf, specifically, is the different type of animal that it is. And I'm going to lead on Stomping Ground. Here's Rag. First appearance. A good time for it to appear, though. Tapped land means no Spike Field hazard. Wolf or Werewolf? Okay, yeah. This thing doesn't help me here, so I'm just going to connect first. Turn Timber Symbiosis. I can't cast that. I think I would like to get my big legend into play, though. I can try to double spell next turn. And if they don't kill me right now, then this will become the backside wolf thing. Right, they had the Spike Field hazard that both kills Ragavan and makes sure my wolf doesn't flip. Fair enough. How do you feel about Blood Moon? They either don't care at all or it's devastating, and there's basically nothing in between. Splat. Let's hope they can't get green. Well, they have green. Strike It Rich, good card. I don't know if you can hear this, but one of my cats just decided that it's time to hang out and seek attention. So if you hear a bunch of meowing and scratching, because a cat just jumped onto my lap. I think I want to lead on Mayor and just get the extra damage in. This is a Lord. It's a human Lord on the front and a wolf and werewolf Lord on the back. Delightful stuff. Masterpiece of Magic design. Draw a card because I connected. Regrettable that I am locked under my own Blood Moon here. But here's Vial. Okay. Am I dead? Who's dead? Someone is. Boo, hiss, angry noises. Okay, they didn't even need the green off that that thing. Okay. I'm dead. I have nothing for this matchup at all. There's probably some card that could like give you hexproof for a turn. Like some, I don't know, some way to buy one turn off the Belcher, because these races are like somewhat close. But, or Collector Oof could be in the sideboard if you think this is going to be part of your meta. Yeah, there's things you could do here, but I certainly didn't build for Belcher. On to the next round. We've run into my Nightmare. I noticed this was a thing in the deck list. We have Ragavan and Ignoble Hierarch are the only 1-drops in the deck, and Cavern of Souls really wants to be on Werewolf. I am going to keep this and probably lead on Vial and make sure my Cavern is on the right thing. Oh god, they just exiled 2 Lotus Blooms. Are we just going to spend this league getting dumpstered by combo decks? Okay. Cavern on Werewolf. That'll show you. Yeah, this is rough. What can I even do against an Ad Nauseam deck? Oh, wow. This deck got a lot better with Profane Tutor. Land? Alright, cool. Drew a land. That does help. Red-green, casting Naturalist. I can't imagine they're going to cast a spell on their turn. I guess they could play like Pentad Prism or some shit. I also can't imagine it matters. Okay, Serum Visions is a spell. Fine. It will remain daytime. Vial and Ignoble Hierarch. And do I want to Vial in this Noble Hierarch or get another wolf on the field? I think I want to get the Ignoble boy in there. And we'll charge up to 2. Can attack for 3, get a mana. Or it's attack for 4, right? I made another Hierarch. I can Coco and hope that they miss. I don't even know what I'm looking for here. Alright, I probably want to do it now because there are lords in the deck. Get that extra damage in. Oh, Pactum Negation. Horrific. Okay, so they have to win on their upkeep, which I imagine they can do. See if they stack this correctly. They stack the Pact on the bottom. That is the right way to do it. Okay. Yeah, Profane Tutor really ties the room together here. That's pretty awesome. It's not awesome that I'm going to lose, but it is really cool that this deck exists. Ooh. Are they going to Ad Nauseam now? Wait, they haven't Angel's Graced. Do they need to? Does the build of the deck still do that? This looks really bad for them, actually. Yeah, they're missing a piece here. And they're down to 3, 2. So you lose? Ha 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 ha! Nobody can beat the wolf pack. Ow! Oh, they're just going to keep paying life. I'm certainly coming up with some sick Twitter screenshots in this matchup. Well, we saw that they're a Thassa's Oracle deck, so Torpor Orb comes in. I got something here. Endurance also plays against Thassa's Oracle. Outland Liberator can break a Phyrexian Unlife. I don't think Blood Moon matters. I don't think Ancient Grudge matters. I'm going to cut the Immerwolves. Those are sort of clunkers. They're also awkwardly not werewolves, so Cavern doesn't cast them. And I think Vial is a little slow for this matchup also. Definitely don't want to draw more of those than in an opening hand. If it's not in the opener, I don't want it. Opening hand has Ragavan and mana. I'm going to keep. I'm not going to mulligan to a hate card because I basically don't have any. I'm pretty sure if my opponent just didn't pact my Oko, they would have won that game on the spot. Whatever. All right, here's Stomping Ground. I need that because I have the green 2-drop. Play Ragavan. We got Prismatic Ending. That's fun. Cool. I'm gonna go in on Mayor first, actually, because if they don't play a spell, they're dead. If I can get this boy flipped, we're in business. And if I don't, either way, like I'm curving into the Ophidian God. I'm gonna call this something different every time. Tovolar, Dire Overlord. Insano card. Okay. Prismatic or Prophetic Prism. Tented Prism. That's which one it is. Get another basic. Play the Ophidian guy. Drawing extra cards. Never bad. Hey, Endurance was exactly the card I was looking for. Thoughtseize, no. My Endurance. They're pretty thin on mana here. I guess they could have Angel's Grace, Spoils of the Vault, Oracle, land. If that's exactly their 4-card hand, they win. Oh, they didn't take Endurance. Why would they take this card? That's weird. Are they just trying to race? Okay, I'm going to attack first, draw my 2 cards, see what happens. Torpor Orb. Yes, please. This turns off Endurance, but it also turns off Oracle. One life. Sure. I boarded for that. Got a plan. Another Pack Leader. So Pack Leader has to attack to get the bonus. I'm going to attack first, draw my 2 cards. I hope to find a land. I'd like to double spell or Coco this turn. Okay. I get to double spell off Ragavan. Rag and Pack Leader. I think Pack Leader will kill my opponent faster than Mayor does. It'll draw an extra card as well. My opponent is not quite dead on board because of Unlife. Ooh, the Mayor flipped. Woof, 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 woof. Cavern on Werewolf, let's go. Or do I Cavern on Elemental? Ooh, that's interesting. I think I Cavern on Elemental, actually. Because if their plan is to win with Thassa's Oracle, they have to remove Torpor Orb, and then they have to beat an uncounterable Endurance. Draw a card for the Wolf. And I put them into the Unlife. This is insane. I got a Prismatic Ending that can exile Unlife, and that's the game. That's the match. Get out of here, Wolfpack. Ow! We're about halfway through the video, so let me just remind you that if you like this deck and you want to try it out, you can use the code BoshNRoll to support the channel while you shop for cards at tcgplayer.com, and you can play any deck anytime with cardhoarder.com loan account on Magic Online. These links are in the video description below. Now back to the league. I'm on the draw in round 3. My opponent just said in the chat, I hope for a good one. I plan to deliver exactly that. A white land. Ha ha ha! There's barely a non-creature spell in my deck. Good luck with that. So if I'm just getting hammered, it doesn't matter. Though this start does mean I'm gonna lead on Ignoble Hierarch instead of Ragavan. They have all these blockers and shit. So next turn I can Ignoble Hierarch, land, dash Ragavan as a 4/3. That's a play. This game 1 is probably unwinnable. And the game 2 is not easy either. Okay, do we have hammer or are you just getting in for your 1 point? Sick. Saying there's a chance. Second Hierarch. I don't think Dashing Ragavan is where I want to be, actually. Like, now that we're here. I think I want this Mana Bro in play. Because, like, if they didn't have the Ornithopter, I would take my crack with Rag, but I don't think that 0/2 body absorbing it is gonna matter much. It'll make constructs smaller. And now Ornithopter is a Birds of Paradise. Construct is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 4/4. Still smaller than my wolf, which is now at nighttime. Get to attack with a 5/5. Oh, bummer. I'm gonna have to flip it back to daytime. I can Coco in combat though. That's exciting. I guess if I Coco instead of playing 2 creatures, that actually does keep it nighttime. Right, and I can pay the troll toll, so I will. Time to company. I will pay the 1. Come on, deck, help me out here. How do we do? Mayor and Tovolar. Definitely Tovolar. And probably Packmaster or Pack Leader. Okay. Those seem like good ones. Wait, what just happened? What does this card do on the back? Oh, I'm putting the Coco cards on the bottom. I was like, wait, does Tovolar impulse on the back instead of draw a card? Pretty sure I'm still dead because my creatures don't have reach. And they can activate Inkmoth Nexus and tutor up Hammer, and then I just died of poison. None of these have reach, do they? Doesn't look like it. Okay, they know how this works. Disappointing. That was pretty explosive. I think on the play we might win this game, but on the draw we're behind to the Hammer. Like, we get a giant crack that does 1,000,000 damage and draws 1,000,000 cards. And they even add the 1 extra mana to re-give it flying. Because Hammer makes it lose flying, but if you activate it again, the timestamp is more recent and it gains flying again. Tight. Time for sideboards. This is a matchup I planned for. We have Liberators, Blood Moons, Ancient Grudge. I believe this is also a Fury matchup. This is basically the matchup that I planned for. That doesn't mean I'm going to win, but it does mean I planned for it. I'm not ice cold like in previous rounds. I don't think I want to run a foul. I think Ancient Grudge and the other removal spells will be more reliable. So that's 9 cards I want to cut. Ragavan's probably just bad against this deck full of creatures. Hammerwolf's kind of a clunker. Vial isn't great either. Vial's great if we get into a mid-game situation, but I don't think we're necessarily going to make it there. I do have to make sure my critical mass of creatures for Coco is still there. Like, I'm cutting at least 6 creatures, and I'm only bringing in 2 that Coco can find. And maybe I cut a Coco as a acknowledgement to that flip. Endurance can block a flyer. I could cut the last 2 vials and just get 2 endurance in here. So vialing in a Liberator is what dreams are made of. Okay, I'm gonna go with this version. This hand has no disruption at all, just big creatures. I think I have to mulligan in this matchup. Okay, this one's better. Fury plays here. I'm gonna bottom one of the basic forests. No 1-drop is disappointing, but I did board out 6 of them. I deserve that. Stomping Ground tapped, and off you go. The Kessig Naturalist is awkward because it's the card I want to play on turn 2, but it also is my red card for Fury. Mayor is actively bad. It's the smallest creature in my hand, and it's never going to flip. Their deck is full of 0 and 1 mana spells, and I can't afford to take a turn off. I hope they don't just aid hammer me here. That would, oh god, it's happening. I was hoping for, like, another Esper Sentinel this turn. Oh god. It's here. It's happening. We're dead. Oh, I'm obviously not going to block. So I have to draw Ancient Grudge here. Okay. This thing doesn't trample. I can put Mayor in front of it for a turn. Yeah, I just have to, like, chump block until I draw an Ancient Grudge, I guess. This sucks. Them having the turn 2 11/11 is just bad business for me. Oh, now they have another hammer. Or Shadow Spear is probably better. Because they already have hammer if they can get trample. Yeah, they got Shadow Spear. Okay, you got me. Disappointing. But maybe I'm supposed to go to 5? I don't know. That felt like a reasonable start to me. I had the Fury. I just needed them to develop another turn rather than just have the 11/11 on turn 2. Next round. On the draw in round 4, I'm going to keep this hand. It has Ignoble Hierarch into my best wolf, which is Tovolar. A Ragavan strategy. Really wish I was on the play for this one. A 3/3 is a lot better than a 0/1 when you're facing down Ragavan. Unholy Heat. Wow, no respect. That is particularly horrific because I don't have a turn 2 play right now. Come on, deck, 2-drop. Shit. Okay. I think it's safe to say the Is It Murktide deck is a little more efficient than my deck. Thought Scour. They could Murktide right now with the Ragavan token. Oh, they stole my Storm Wolf, Storm Seeker. Okay, they don't have Murktide right now. I'll take that as a gift. I looked really hard for removal spells that could fit into this deck, and Tolzamir, Friend of Wolves, was the most exciting one, but it's a 5-drop that requires me to add another color to the deck. And I'm not sure Is It can beat that card, but at the same time, it's a 5-drop that adds another color to the deck. Interesting. I think I just want to put this 2/3 body into play. I don't want to risk my Tovolar, and I am not going to attack. I need to block this Ragavan a little bit. Set Unholy Heat also. Yeah, this deck full of removal spells and efficient creatures versus my deck full of 3-drops. It's bad business. And they kept a card on top with their Surveil. Mishra's Bauble into Expressive Iteration. Deck's crazy good. Another Bauble. My brain gave me this brief glimmer of hope where I was like, oh, they're down to 2 cards in hand if I can stabilize. But no, they have 2 Baubles. Right, Wolfpack. I can dash Ragavan and still Wolfpack. Cool, we got a counterspell out of that deal. Now my 3/3 gets to stick. How do you beat a 3/3? With a Murktide Regent is the answer. Okay, they just looked at my top card twice. They get to draw 3 cards right now. 2 for the Baubles, 1 for turn. Old Ancestral Recall in their hyper-aggressive Is It deck. Maybe they won't find a removal spell. They found Unholy Heat. That's so lucky, LOL. Okay, I've seen enough this game. The Collected Company's the only draw that might even do anything, and even that's probably way behind because the main deck can't deal with a flyer. Okay, that was a firm thrashing. I want Endurance, Fury, and Run Afoul. I'm pretty sure I don't want Aether Vial. Or Immerwolf. Probably just shouldn't be in the deck. Though it is a red card for Fury, but I have enough of those. Yeah, this is how I'm doing this. I just need to keep up on board and stay there, and I think that Aether Vial is too bad of a draw. If I can just get big creatures to stick. Okay, I can keep this one. The Cavern's excellent. Since I'm on the draw, on the play, I get to get ahead of Ragavan. Like last game when they just had turn 1 Ragavan, removal. But now they have to, if they play Ragavan, okay, they had Ragavan. Now they have to acknowledge my creatures. Werewolf. And I'm going to play Storm Seeker. It's bigger and lets me double spell next turn. Maybe I'm supposed to just be attacking. Like, forget about Ragavan, get in there. But this creature is big enough that Unholy Heat doesn't get it. Lightning Bolt still does. That's fine. They exiled a Cavern of Souls. Don't care about that. Serum Vision. Okay. Oh, you have an appointment with the mayor, it seems. Mayor. Here they are. I actually am not going to trade. I think I'm going to bet on mayors. Oh, they found a Tolvar that they can't cast unless they have a land. Too bad. It's my favorite card in the deck. Be really disappointed if they stole that from me. Ooh, they do have the land. And they are taking my Tolvar. Disappointing. Ah, get fucked, nerd. I could pass the turn and just let my mayors flip, but I think that's pretty bad. facing down what I'm facing down here. If I attack with this Mayor, they have to trade. Or I could just wait. Nah, I don't want to wait. Let's force the trade. I don't want to let them pull ahead on resources. I have a 4/4 in play still. Duration. Found Spirebluff Canal. Unholy. Oh no. I think I have to trade with Ragavan. No, I don't. Fuck that. The Mayor is my only chance to still be in this game. X out of Wooded Foothills. Good. Didn't want that. Unfortunately, Mayor is an old style werewolf where if I just pass the turn without making a play and they like just bolt on the end step or Thought Scour or whatever, my Mayor is garbage. Oh, I'm going to attack with it. Yep, here we go. Just Thought Scour in the end step. It's just like Innistrad standard. Disappointing. Like, it is nighttime now, but this Mayor doesn't care about that. Exile another land from the deck. Thank you, Ragavan. Getting all these dead draws out of here. But here comes a Murktide Regent. Okay. So it's time to draw a Run of Howl immediately. And even that doesn't beat the counterspell they're pretty clearly holding up. Another Mayor. Okay, I'm dead. I'm not beating this Murktide Regent, not beating anything here. Disappointing. This deck has so much removal in it. It would take a pretty significant rebuild to have a chance against this. Woof. I'm on the play in the final round. We're battling a Lurrus strategy. I'm going to keep my hand. I'm going to go with this Stomping Ground Aether Vial. Let's kick it off here. First appearance of Werewolf. Oh god, we're just playing against Burn after I shocked in my first land. Guess that was going to get me eventually. The third Mayor. Okay, now I won't feel so bad about playing the first one into a burn spell. Do I want Mayor or Naturalist? I think I want... I'm going to go with Naturalist. It's just the bigger creature. It's the thing that does the most if it survives a turn. Like, if they spend this turn casting Eidolon, then I'm going to be most happy that this 2/2's in play. And if they burn my creature, that's fine. Then I'm just going to Mayor up. Oh, Manamorphose. You're a Blitz version. Cool. DRC. Yeah, you know me. And Crash Through. Okay. So my bro's going to survive a turn, it seems. Played to maximize. Let's hope I get rewarded for it. Obviously not blocking the 3/4. Take those damages. Vial goes to 2. Ooh, Tovolar. My best friend. Okay, I'm gonna break combat. Oh, maybe I'm not. Would I rather have Werewolf, Tovolar? No, I want Tovolar in play this turn. Or do I file that in next turn? No, Tovolar is just busted in twain. And okay, I'm gonna Vial in the Mayor. That gives me an extra power and toughness for this attack. And I'll make red. And Tovolar will be a 4/4 because of Mayor. We'll have to spend 2 cards on it to kill it. And then if they don't kill it, I flip all my wolves next turn. And then Werewolf will keep them there forever. Okay, here we go. Habit of Carol Keep. That's not exciting. They hit Monastery Swift Spear. If they play the Swift Spear, it means they're not casting Lightning Bolt this turn. And that's good for me. They did have the Lightning Bolt going after my Kessig guy, the Naturalist. I would have gone after Mayor, but what do I know? The DRC gets to rumble because it has flying. I can eat the Swift Spear if it attacks. And they had to waste their card off Abbott. That's all good. Good exchange here. Okay, do I want to Vial in Mayor and cast Mayor? I think I do. Vial in Mayor. Bring this up 3. Oh my god, that's so many Mayors. I could also just attack with Tovolar. When do I get a wolf? At the beginning of my end step. Okay, so if I cast Mayor, I have a giant board full of 3/3s. Oh, right. My goal is to flip the Mayors. Yeah, I don't get the extra wolves until my next end step anyway. I'm not taking a turn off here. Do I actually attack? I think so. I could leave back my 6/6. I could just test with 1 Mayor And if they want to double block and lose both their creatures, that's a deal. And if they don't block, they take 3 and I draw a card. I think I want my 6/6 back on D, though. Okay, they took the 3 and gave me the card. It was a land. I have not made my land drop yet. In this deck, certainly does have burst damage that I'm not safe at 7 life. They have 4 cards in their hand. If it's just like bolt, 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 I lose. Soulscar Mage. That one can whittle my wolves down. But it's not very good right now. Lava Spike, okay. I'm at 7. Functionally at 4 because they have the DRC there. I don't think I'm cracking this fetch land. That's 7. I'm dead to Boros Charm exactly. I can still block their ground creatures effectively. Just DRC getting in. I am definitely not cracking this fetch land. Alright. Tovolar gets to do his Tovolar thing. And I get to flip all of these mayors. Oh yeah. Flip them. I'm not going to activate that. Another mayor coming into play. And I'm just going to attack with everything. They don't know about the Werewolf. How big are these? 5/5, 7/7. The flying creature is a problem. And they surveilled to the top on their Lava Spike. Or no, they didn't. They milled a Lava Spike? That was a lethal card. If they try to get cheeky and go to 1, they're going to die to Werewolf. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Werewolf. Yeah, take 12. -1. Okay. We took the first game. That's the hard one. I want Furies in this deck, and I want Endurance in this deck. Anything that soaks up damage is good for me. I'm not sure if I want Run Afoul. I think between Fury and Endurance, those can answer the Dragon's Rage Channeler. I think Werewolf, thank you for your service. Thank you for finally showing up, but you're out. Vial does seem really good. Ragavan actually seems really bad. I'm actually going to cut a Vial. I think Vial is more... Like, having 1 in the opener is good. Drawing any after that sucks. And Ragavan, if it can dash or connect and take a Lightning Bolt, is a huge swing. I don't think I want the Outland Liberators just for Eidolon. Like, Fury and Coco get through Eidolon. I'll keep this hand. DRC, I'm ready for that. I have the Endurance this game. I have a Bobble, milling Wild Slash, bobbling me. You know my top card is not Aether Vial. Okay. I'm going to play Stomping Ground tapped. Sneak that in while the getting's good. Lava Dart in the upkeep, so they're trying to surveil into probably a land drop. Did they keep a 1-lander with a bunch of spells? Yeah, they did. Uh-oh, that's bad for you, friendo. Here's a 3/3. Can you deal? I think this Endurance is going to be a giant blowout when it actually hits. It's going to tuck multiple Lava Darts and eat the DRC. So they don't have a mountain to Lava Dart with anyway. Okay, they found a land. It's another canyon. That's not good for racing. Am I going to get to eat 2 DRCs next turn? They milled a land. They're happy now with their land situation. And the sorcery is the 4th card type. Can't block here. Fury's pretty cool. I'm going to attack with my wolf. If they block, they lose their channeler. If they don't block, they take 3, and their mana base is pretty painful right now. And I'm just going to pass the turn. The DRCs have to attack. It's not like they can play around Endurance. Okay, fetching 3 combat. Anamorphose. All right, yeah, they're going in. If Endurance was on their radar, I think they would have just played their fetch land and gone into combat. Because then they could fetch Manamorphose, mill, all in combat, and perhaps get their Delirium back. So Soulscar Mage does make this a little bit interesting, because they can bolt my Endurance and make it a 0/1. But that's a pretty good use of Lightning Bolt, as far as I'm concerned. Alright, let's endure. Was this on your radar? Do they want to Lava Dart on the way out for some extra surveils, or to shrink my creature? They are doing that. Okay. That will only matter if they have another burn spell. It's smaller now. Get rid of your graveyard. Block one of these. Okay. They made it smaller. Yeah, I'm not sold on that. Okay, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just roast their whole shit right now. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. And next turn I can hardcast the other one. I think this will end the game. Oh wait, I get 4 damage, not 5. But I get to kill the Soul Scars. Game 1, unassuming Wolf deck. Game 2, MH2 Elementals deck. And they've seen enough. 2 and 3. I'm not gonna lie, that was 2 more matches than I thought we were gonna win going into this. Like, maybe I hoped we could cheese 1, but we actually won 2 matches, and some of them were kind of close. Like, the Izzet Murktide one was not even close at all, and I think that having a bad Izzet Murktide matchup pretty much disqualifies a modern deck. But the Hammer Time one, we lost game 1 because we were on the draw. On the play, I think we overrun them. And then game 2, like an Ancient Grudge wins the game. So that was pretty close, all things considered. No, having no sideboard tech at all for Belcher is rough. I think this deck wants some collector oofs in the sideboard. Maybe, I'm not sure where you'd put them. Maybe over the Run Afoul. Like, you're not going to beat a Murktide deck anyway. Like, maybe just put 2 oofs in these slots. Get this on screen. Put 2 oofs in these slots here. That doesn't matter. Endurance and Fury, obviously bangers. This deck was better than I thought it was going to be. I am impressed by the Cocoa Pups. Werewolf, you can turn that into something else. A different werewolf. Preferably a creature that's actually a werewolf. Because being a wolf in the Cavern deck is a little awkward when werewolf is what you actually want to name. So Immerwolf's a little strange. You might just want to main deck a couple Endurances. Just acknowledge the fact that Modern's a powerful format and that you need to deal with flyers sometimes. That's probably where I would go with this. Turn the Run Afouls into Collector Oofs. Turn Immerwolf into Endurance. At least 2 or 3 of them. And this deck was sweet. Just put the pedal to the metal. Tovolar, Dire Overlord, was insane. I had never seen this card before. I didn't really draft Midnight Hunt, so I haven't seen all the rares, and this was a banger. It was a banger when I thought it was just an Ophidian, and then when it flipped all my wolves the first time, it was like, oh shit. That was a lot of fun. This league was a lot of fun. Thank you, JB, for asking me to play it. Everyone else, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out Patreon, check out the merch, check out all that stuff. Links are in the video description, and I will see you for the next video.